Greetings, YouTube world. In this series of videos, we're going to cover several important Linux commands that you should know. The first one we're going to start with is the cp command, which is a command in Linux used for copying files and directories from one location to another. It stands for copy. The cp command is commonly used in Linux and Unix-based systems to manage files and directories. The basic syntax of the cp command is cp options source and destination. The source of the file or directory that you want to copy, and destination, which is the location where you want to copy the file or directory to. And here's some of the common options that you will use with the cp command. There are many others, but here are some of the more commonly used ones. Cp is R, which is recursive. So this copies directories recursively, including their contents and subdirectories. And here you have a list of source to destination copies commands as well. And then there's cpi, which stands for interactive. So this prompts the user before overwriting any existing files in the destination. And there's cpn, which stands for no clobber, and so this doesn't overwrite an existing file in the destination. And there's cpu, which is only copies when the source file is newer than the destination file or when the destination file does not exist. And there's cpv, which stands for verbose, and this shows the progress of the copy operation by displaying the files being copied. These are just some examples in the cp command. This is something that you'll use a lot as a Linux system administrator. And remember that when using the cp command, the original files or directories remain unchanged. This command creates a copy of the specified files or directories into the new specified location. The next command similar to cp is mv. mv is another command in Linux, which is a command line utility used for moving or renaming files and directories, and is commonly used in the Linux and using Unix-based operating systems to manage files and directories by altering their location or name. You would use it similarly to copy. You would use command options such as I for interactive, or N for no clobber, as I mentioned before, update, etc. One key thing to keep in mind with move versus copy is that the move command does not create a copy of the source files or directories. Instead, it actually physically moves or renames the specified files or directories to the new destination. So it's important to be careful with this command, because when you're working with very hierarchy structures and data, that's very important. You just don't want to go moving stuff around so people don't know where it is, and stuff can get lost. The next command in Linux that we're going to look at is mkdir. This command in Linux is a command line utility used for creating new directories. It stands for make directory. The mkdir command is commonly used in Linux and Unix-based systems to manage and organize files and directories by creating new directory structures. So for example, you do make dir, where options go here, and you would insert your directory name, whatever you want to call it. And here's some of the commands that would go with mkdir. There's several of them, of course. This creates piece creates a parent directory as needed. If the specified directory already exists, it will report an error. This option allows you to create a nested directory structure in a single command. There's also mkdir m for mode. This sets the file mode permissions for the new directory. The mode is specified as a symbolic or octal value. And then there's mkdir v, which we've seen before, which stands for verbose. And of course, this shows the progress of the directory creation by displaying the directories being created. And when you're using the make directory command, a new directory within a specified name is created under the current working directory or specified path. This new directory will have the default permissions set by this system unless you specify otherwise with the M option. M is in make. The next command we're going to learn about in Linux is the rmdir command, which is a command line utility that stands for remove directory, commonly used in Linux-based systems to delete empty directory structures. This is a very important command that is used, and it can cause a lot of damage, so be very careful with it. The syntax is very similar to others as well, where it's rmdir and with your different options and your directory name that you want to remove. And then you have your different command options that you can use. So for example, rmdir option P, which is to remove the parent directory if it's empty. And then there's rmdir ignore fail on non-empty. This removes the specified directory and its empty parent directories. This option, it ignores the failure to remove directories that are not empty. Okay, so this is a key thing to use if you're not sure and you want to remove directories that have stuff in it. And of course, rmdir prompt v, which will rmdir, which will show the progress of your removal of all directories that are happening. And the rmdir directory will only remove the contents of empty directories. If you want to remove a directory and its contents that have something in it, you need to use the rm command with the -r recursive option, which we'll get to in a moment. So just to clarify, the rmdir command will only remove contents or directories that are empty. If you want to remove directories that have something in them, you want to use the rm command with your options associated with them and the name of the file or directory that is associated with such removal. Remember, be careful with this, as you don't want to remove something that is important to somebody within the organization. And here are some of the common options that you'll use with the rm command. There's rm minus rm r, or capital R. And this removes directories and their contents recursively. This option allows you to delete a directory and all of its contents, including subdirectories and files. And there's rmi, which stands for interactive. And so this prompts the user before every removal. This can help prevent accidental deletions. And then there's rmf, which stands for force. This is the force removal of files and directories without prompting, even if they are write protected. And then, of course, we have rmv, which is verbose, which shows the progress of the file removal, displaying the files and directories that are being removed. When using the rm command, be cautious, as it permanently deletes the specified files and directories. There is no built-in way to recover these removed files, so make sure you have backups or copies of any important data before using the rm command. Thanks, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, and have a good day.